Dang, the AirPod Maxes. These are some pretty expensive headphones. So what comes in the box, and are they any better than my AirPod Pros? Let's find out. I can't believe I just slammed down. They're too expensive. Oh my goodness. What's up, everyone? I'm the Everyday Dad, and if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. So I am by no means audiophile is way too high of a term. So if there's like a step below audiophile and then a step way below that, like somewhere underneath this table, that's where I am. So let's just, from a regular person's perspective, let's see if these are any good and if they're any better than the AirPod Pros that I really like these. You can see how much I like these. You see the number 2? That means this is my second one. My first one's upstairs charging right now. So let's crack this sucker open and get with the video making. Ready? We're not going to screw this up like the MacBook. Ha! And we did it. And boo, it's just as boring as the MacBook Pro. I like it. Apple, add a little bit of resistance to that. That's what makes these unboxing videos much more fun, when there's like some tension, right? Tension is what drives the story. Filmmaking lessons from the Everyday Dad. All right, so we got these AirPod Maxes with their purse-like smart case. Obviously, I purchased the version that is space gray because as a dad, I tried to get the most boring version possible. That's just my standard MO, right? So let's see here. Nothing else fancy. AirPod Max to the max. How many times am I going to say AirPod Pro Max? Leave a comment below how many times I say it. Here we go. Anytime. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. It's paper. Oh man, that's embarrassing. I was like, wow, how am I gonna say how terrible this looks? But no, it's paper. They put paper around the smart case. Okay, so there's the smart case and the headphones. What else do we get in the box? So we get a USB-C to Lightning, which means these are Lightning. Hooray. Hooray, thank goodness. We couldn't go USB-C to USB-C. We had to go with Lightning. I'm not frustrated by that. So we get the nomenclature and the documentation, AirPod Max to the max. I don't know how to use these, so we're actually going to keep the instructions right next to us. Safety and handling, regulatory compliance, warranty summary, and you know what we're missing? You know what we're missing. Let's all say it together. I don't see any stickers. Don't see any stickers for how much these cost. There should definitely have been some stickers in this box. I really like the big one that came with the iPad. We should get the big one sticker that came with the iPad. Apple, we're starting this video off in a disappointed manner so far. This is weird. I legit was like, man, that's not gonna be a great way to start off. Okay, we get the cable, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Let's check these things out. The headband feels very well constructed. This case, the case, maybe it grows on you. Here's the thing about AirPods. AirPods to me are small, they're portable, they're high quality, and you can take them with you everywhere. We'll have to find out what of my bags this goes in. So let's pop these things out of here. More paper. And not very environmentally friendly. So here's the smart case. I guess it's not that bad. It just seems bad. This does not seem all that bad in and of itself. It's just some kind of a rubber that just holds the AirPods so that they don't scratch. And I can appreciate that because these are expensive. So I'm glad that they came with some kind of a case. And these things they look gorgeous. They feel very high quality. I mean, for what you're paying, these feel great. Now, I do have a pair of the Sony WHX, the third generation of the over-the-ear Sony headphones that I'm a pretty big fan of, but they've served me well, but they're never like the most comfortable. They're comfortable at first, but after a while I find that I get kind of a headache. These ear cups feel amazing and they come right off, which is awesome. You can customize these colors. So obviously a space gray, I've got the space gray ones, but you can put all sorts of colors on here. As the most boring version, we'll be sticking with the space gray because you gotta stick with who you are. What else do we have in here? It looks like we have some kind of sensors in here. There's some kind of a sensor in the right, some kind of a sensor in the left. These little grills right here, those feel high quality. Like, man, I can only imagine what kind of machining went into these. Like that, I know you're gonna be like, Gary, you're just trying to find something to say nice, but of all the stuff so far, the grills right here they feel amazing. Maybe the cups make them feel less high quality, but once you start seeing the underlying metal and how everything is built, I'm legit now impressed. Oh, and hey, check it out. It also tells you which one is which. Can you see that? R, L. I just put them on wrong, even though I was just looking at it. Man, that's awesome. And you can see it from in here, so R, L. You don't get confused, which is awesome, because I definitely would be. Yeah, everything feels great. How customizable are they? How far out do they go? If you got a big head, here's about as far out as they'll go. Yeah, they're pretty comfy. Hold on, I got a medium-sized head. I probably have a pretty big head. So let's see here. So left, right, so they go on like this. How do they feel? Those are pretty comfy. They've got the active noise cancellation, but I've got it on the amplify. You can set any of these AirPods, even the AirPod Pros, when instead of doing noise cancellation, it does it so that you can still listen to your music, but still hear everything around you. That's what we got it set on right now, and they're very comfortable. Like, even when wearing a hat, these are incredibly comfortable. You won't really know how comfortable they are until your specific head, like, wears them for hours at a time. But for this, it feels pretty good. So you hold this button down, much like on the AirPods when you hold the stem, and it's now an active noise cancellation. Man, that's pretty good. I can't hear the clicks. That's way better than the AirPod Pros. I'll give them that much. That's pretty impressive noise cancellation. I can tell you're probably thinking to yourself, Gary, you're in a quiet studio. How can you judge the active noise cancellation? Well, I've actually got the heat for the house is on. It's right over there, and I can hear it now. I can hear that it's on now. I can't hear that it's on right now. So active noise cancellation is pretty good. The reason I really like active noise cancellation on things like this is when you're on an airplane, that airplane noise can just like beat you up. After any amount of time on an airplane, you just feel exhausted. Ever since getting the Sony 3rd generation, I'll never fly on a plane without some kind of good active noise cancellation again. The AirPod Pros are fine, but they're not like airplane level good. I'll have to imagine that maybe we'll have to do a future video and see how these are for airplanes, but they feel really good. How do they look? I can't see myself, but I think they look fine. They don't look as goofy as I thought they were. Hold on. Okay, we went back so that I can hear myself. They don't look as goofy as I thought they were gonna look when they did the initial announcement. I thought these did look kind of goofy. So they're comfortable. This is what comes in the box. Let's see how easy they are to pair with the iPhone, because I do have my iPhone mini right here. Okay, AirPod Max. Your name's Max now. All right, we are connected, so it's just as quick to pair as the regular AirPods. So let's see how the audio quality sounds. Unfortunately, team, you're not gonna be able to hear this with me. So now we're gonna do the comparison of how do these sound versus the AirPod Pros. Is it worth spending all that much extra money to get big headphones as opposed to discreet ones? So let's see. We'll have to go to music. We can't just do we can't go to YouTube where I normally listen to my music. Okay, Hamilton. Serenade me, Hamilton. I'm a sucker for Hamilton. The forgotten spot in the Caribbean. I assume I'm going to get a copyrighted claim for that. I mean, it sounds fantastic. I imagine if my wife comes down here, sees me like listening to the music, can't hear anything, talking to myself by talking to the camera. Then a hurricane came. No, they sound fantastic. I mean, they sound incredible. The audio crisp. Let's do one more song that I think will be a real big challenge to it, which is one of my favorite running songs from Space Pirate Trainer, Red Alert. Lots of bass, lots of angry stuff in here. If you ever played Space Pirate Trainer, it's a VR game. It's a lot of fun. That bass came in pretty good. I want to go run now. So good. I don't want to stop listening to this. Gotta stop or we're never gonna make this video. Man, that's fantastic. And it stopped. The second I took them off, it stopped. So I like that. Man, I was getting into that. Dang, I don't know how much of that I'm gonna leave in the video or not, but those sounds, there's no way for you to hear this. I'm sorry. There's no way for me to like hook these onto the microphone so that you can hear them, other than for me to say, that sounded fantastic. It sounded amazing. But now we had those. Let's try out the AirPod Pros, which again, are my standard everything. I use these for exercise. I use these for meetings. I use these, these cost about $200. These will run you, what, $550? So is it worth twice as much? We'll see. We'll see how much I can get into the Red Alert from Space Pirate Trainer. They instantly connected, though. That's the best part. It's not bad. It's not, I can already tell that it's not as clear or as crisp. It's still such a good song. I'm going to have to go running after this video, even though I already ran today. It sounds perfectly fine. I know what these sound like. I listen to them for hours every day. Oh yeah, you can dab. The bass is not there. The bass is not nearly there as they are in this. It almost sounds like a totally different song. Okay, all right. It's fine, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Okay, so for battery life, that would be the big deciding factor, right? So this has a reported 20 hours of battery life, much like the MacBook, this is the MacBook Air, much like the MacBook Pro 13, the M1 version, which is a phenomenal amount of battery life. Like, that's battery life that will last forever, because you're not gonna be wearing these for literally 20 hours at a time. So they'll probably last you a good couple of days, no problem. The AirPod Pros get 4.5 hours of battery life, but you also get 3 charges out of the case. So you get about 13 and a half hours of battery life on the AirPod Pros. But that is gonna be broken up. You will have to charge them between you. So based on just this quick initial check, would I pay twice as much for the AirPod Max over the AirPod Pros? Probably not. These will be fantastic headphones. I have no doubt that the noise cancellation in this will be second to none. I have no doubt that the audio quality will be second to none on these. So if you need the best audio quality, obviously get these. These will be the best audio quality you're gonna get in an Apple device, like period. Like, these will be the new standard for Apple audio. Transportability, though, not as good. The transportability is gonna be a little rougher on these. I don't know how this is a smart case, but it is a smart case. You saw it on the box. But these, the AirPod Pros, these are the best headphones I've ever had. They cost about 200 bucks, which I still think is expensive for headphones. But these you can take everywhere. They're super discreet. The best part about having these sometimes, though, is if you're in a meeting, you maybe only want to put in one. There, you always have the same things at the same time. I find these to be more versatile, less money. Audio quality is not as good as you're going to get, but I don't necessarily care about audio quality. I care about convenience. These are the more convenient, and they're cheaper. But what are some questions? What are some things that you would like to see out of the AirPods Max? I'm not sure that we're going to make too many videos about this. Again, I'm not much of an audiophile, but if there are some specific things that you would like to see, leave me a comment below and maybe we'll make one. I don't even have a video to share with you about this because I don't make headphone videos all that often, so click the subscribe button. I don't know that I've ever asked that before. Thanks for watching.